everyone. This is our second lecture of chapter Current Electricity. In previous lecture, we discussed about Kirchhoff laws and some examples. Today we are going to start with applications, and in that we are going to start Wheatstone's bridge. Now what is Wheatstone's bridge? Before we'll start with that, we are going to discuss about few introductory things, that resistance of a material changes due to the several factors such as temperature, strain, humidity, displacement, liquid level, etc. Therefore, measurement of these properties is possible by measuring the resistance. Measurable value of resistance vary from few milliohms to hundred of megaohms. Depending upon the range, various methods are used for resistance measurement. This Wheatstone's bridge is basically used to measure resistance in the range from tens of ohm to hundreds of ohm. This was first proposed or developed by Charles Wheatstone to measure the value of a known resistance. This bridge consists of 4 arms, of which 2 arms consist of known resistances, while the other 2 arms consist of unknown resistance and a variable resistance. The circuit also consists of a galvanometer and an electromotive source. The EMF source is attached between end points, while galvanometer is connected at center. So we'll just go through this circuit first. You can see there are 4 points. In between there are 4 resistances are connected. In between A to B, the resistance P. Between B to C, it's Q. Between C to D, it's R. And between D to A, it's S. EMF is connected from point A to point C. Now, you can see A to B, I1 current is there. B to C, I1 minus IG is there. Third one, C to D, I2 plus IG is there. And then A to D, I2 is there. Now, we already had discussion on how to take positive and negative values of this EMF and potential difference. So just go through this diagram and its diagrammatic description first. You can see few important things and directions in this diagram. जैसे कि कल हमने देखा था, EMF negative to positive terminal connected है, it will be considered as positive, else it is negative. And V is equal to IR, that is potential difference. If it traces same path as per current, then it is positive, it's negative, else it is positive. Now, you can see it over here. A battery of EMF along with a key is connected between point A and point C. A point is at higher potential with respect to point C. G is internal resistance connected between point B and point D, and current flows through that is IG. When key is closed, current I flows through circuit. मतलब क्या हो गया? Circuit close हो गया. Circuit close हो गया मतलब वहाँ से current flow करेगा. Now this current I divides into 2 parts. You can see it in this diagram. I1 and I2. I1, I2. So you can write I is equal to I1 plus I2. Clear hai? Now, you can see 2 loops here. One is ABDA, another one is BDCB. Now, the current flows through Q and R are respectively, you can see Q में से current जो flow हो रहा है I1 minus IG, and R में से जो हो रहा है I2 plus IG. Right? Now, let us consider ABDA. देखो, A to B हमने कैसे कंसिडर किया? ये वाला डायरेक्शन कंसिडर किया क्लॉकवाइज. A to B same direction, same path trace, so it will become negative. क्या हो जाएगा? माइनस I1P. दूसरा माइनस IGG. तीसरा प्लस I2S is equal to 0. ये दोनों सेम डायरेक्शन में, ये वाला अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, सेम डायरेक्शन नेगेटिव, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन पॉजिटिव, माइनस I1P माइनस IgG प्लस I2S इज इक्वल टू 0. Similarly, in loop B, C, D, B, I repeat B, C, D, B, B to C same direction move हो रहा है, so minus I1 minus IG into Q plus I2 plus IG into R plus IgG is equal to 0. बस ये वाला सेम डायरेक्शन में, rest both are in opposite direction, so they will consider as positive. जो सेम डायरेक्शन में we are going to consider as negative. Clear? Now from these three equations, मतलब ये first, ये second, ये third, you can find out the current flowing through any branch of circuit. Now, if current flows through galvanometer is 0, if current flows through galvanometer is 0, मतलब Ig is equal to 0, then what happen? देखो ये वाला इक्वेशन Ig is equal to 0 हो गया, मतलब ये पूरा टर्म विल बिकम 0. बचेगा क्या? माइनस I1P प्लस I2S इज इक्वल टू 0. इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? ये वाला टर्म जो है इसको सॉल्व करो पहले. ये कैसे आएगा? माइनस I1Q माइनस IgQ, IgQ 0 जाएगा, देन माइनस प्लस I2R प्लस IgR, IgR 0 जाएगा, IgG 0. बचेगा क्या? माइनस I1Q प्लस I2R इज इक्वल टू 0. आई थिंक वी हैव इट ओवर हियर, राइट. I1 minus I1Q plus I2R is equal to 0. According to this equation, you can write I2S is equal to I1P, I2R is equal to I1Q. Let's take ratio P upon Q is equal to S upon R. I1, I2, I2 cancel. This is condition for balancing the Wheatstone's bridge. अब इसमें क्या हो सकता है? If any three resistances are known, we can easily find out value of fourth resistance which we considered as unknown resistance. Clear है? Right? Now we are going to discuss about one example regarding this. Fine, look at here. At what value should the variable resistance be set such that bridge is balanced? If the source voltage is 30 volt, find the value of the output voltage across XY when bridge is balanced. Now you can see it in this diagram. 1.36 kilo ohm, 4.4 kilo ohm, 300 kilo ohm. We have to find out fourth one, and we have to find out potential difference in between X and Y, जहाँ पे 30 वोल्ट वाला बैटरी कनेक्ट किया हुआ है. व्हीटस्टोन्स ब्रिज का कंडीशन क्या है? अभी हमने देखा P अपॉन Q इज इक्वल टू S अपॉन R. नाउ यहाँ पे क्या होगा? P अपॉन Q, PQ इज इक्वल टू R अपॉन S. क्यों? बोलो क्या करना है हमें? यू कैन से जब हम व्हीटस्टोन्स ब्रिज बैलेंस से कंडीशन कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, एट दैट टाइम लुक एट हियर, ये वाला जो सर्किट है ना, बस ऐसा घुमाया है. लुक एट हियर, ये इन दोनों के बीच पहला वाला करंट आपका कहाँ पे था कनेक्टेड? ये में यहाँ कनेक्टेड था. अब कहाँ कनेक्ट किया? यहाँ कनेक्ट किया. तो आपका वैल्यू क्या चेंज हो गया? P अपॉन Q इज इक्वल टू R अपॉन S. Q का वैल्यू आपको ढूंढना है PS अपॉन R. P का वैल्यू आपके पास है 1.36 किलो ओहम. उसको कन्वर्ट करो ओहम के फॉर्म में, दैट विल बी इंटू 10⁻³ देन 4.4 किलो ओहम अगेन मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10⁻³ डिवाइडेड बाय 300 विल गेट 19.94 इंटू 10⁻³ ओहम. तो आपको जो फोर्थ ओम मिलने वाला था जो इस सर्किट को बैलेंस करेगा वो था 19.94 इंटू 10⁻³ ओम. नाउ टोटल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ द आर्म ADC, देखो कहाँ पे है? ADC आपके पास एक क्या है? 19.94 इंटू 10⁻³, दूसरा है 4.4 इंटू 10⁻³. यू विल गेट 24.34 इंटू 10⁻³, मतलब 24340 ओहम. Now we have to find out output voltage across XY. Let us find out AC, that is I1 we have to find out first. So AC is equal to, क्या था अपने पास, AC देखो कहाँ पे है, A into C. I1 करंट फ्लो हो रहा है थ्रू दैट सर्किट एंड ओवरऑल रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर आर्म कितना है 24340. सो I1 का वैल्यू कितना आएगा 30/24340. V इज इक्वल टू IR. आई होप आपको ये समझ में आया होगा. 30/24340 एम्पियर. सो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस अक्रॉस कितना आया, इतना आया. कौन से, AC. नाउ AD का कितना आएगा, सेम यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है 24.58 ओहम. I1 इंटू 19940. I1 का वैल्यू ये आया 30/24340 इंटू 19940. इट विल बिकम 24.58 वोल्ट. I2 आपको ढूंढना है. I2 के लिए क्या करना है आपको, 30/1360 प्लस 300. ये कहाँ से आया देख लो, 1360 ये 300 ये. I2 यहाँ पे जा रहा है. सो I2 का वैल्यू कितना आया 30/1360 प्लस 300. V इज इक्वल टू IR अगेन. सो I इज इक्वल टू V अपॉन R. V 30 है, R ये आया. एंड पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस अक्रॉस AB इज I2 इंटू 1360. मैं मतलब बस पढ़ी जा रही हूँ, आप जब ये कुछ सॉल्व करोगे तो आपको ये समझ में आ जाएगा कि हमने किया क्या क्या है. तो आपको क्या करना है, बस डायग्राम देखना है. डायग्राम देखने के बाद आपको गिवन डेटा के बारे में डिस्कस करना है एंड देन V इज इक्वल टू IR. ये छोड़ के कुछ भी फॉर्मूला अप्लाई नहीं किया हुआ है. तो आपको बस समझना है कि कहाँ क्या अप्लाई किया हुआ है. क्या है, बहुत लेंथी है और न्यूमेरिकल इज लाइक बस पढ़ते जाना एंड देन समझाते जाना इज नॉट मच पॉसिबल थिंग. सो यू डू वन थिंग, टेक पेन पेपर, note down that example and try to solve it from your side. जहाँ पे आपको नहीं आएगा टेक्स्ट बुक रेफर कर लो. क्लियर हो? सो दिस इज अबाउट व्हीटस्टोन्स ब्रिज. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट इट्स एप्लीकेशंस. इसके एप्लीकेशन के अंदर पहला आता है मीटर ब्रिज, देन आता है केल्विन्स मेथड, देन आता है पोटेंशियोमीटर एंड पोटेंशियोमीटर के अंदर बहुत कुछ आता है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विथ फर्स्ट application of Wheatstone's bridge, that is we are going to discuss about meter bridge. Let's start with application, that is meter bridge. What is meter bridge? Meter bridge consists of a wire of uniform cross section which is 1 meter in length. Now basic circuit diagram of Wheatstone's bridge we cannot use everywhere, right? In practice, the circuit is used in different manner. In all cases, it is used to determine some unknown resistance. So this is one of the application of meter bridge, in which again we are going to find out unknown resistance itself. The 1 meter long wire fixed on wooden table. The ends of wire are fixed below L-shaped metallic strips. आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, these are two L-shaped metallic strips. In that single metallic strip separates two L-shaped strips having two gaps. This is your left gap, this is your right gap. Unknown resistance is connected in left gap initially and known resistance is in right gap initially. One terminal of galvanometer is connected to point C, the center, and another end is connected to jockey. Now, point A is connected to battery positive, battery negative to key, key to rheostat, rheostat to B. Now, you all know about what is rheostat and why we use all. Now, a suitable resistance R is selected from resistance box. The jockey is brought in contact with A and B and we have to find out balancing point, that is for meter bridge it's a null point. The galvanometer shows null deflection, that is zero deflection when the jockey is at balance point. Now we are going to consider, if I go balance point over here, AD is IX, BD is LX and LR. Using condition of balance, that is P upon Q is equal to S upon R. In that same method, यहाँ पे हमारा पहला क्या है, X है, दूसरा R है, तीसरा LX है, चौथा LR है. So you can write x upon r is equal to Lx upon Lr, that is resistance at distance AD divided by resistance at distance BD. These resistance AD and resistance at BD are resistance of parts AD and BD of respective wires. If rho is specific resistance, we know that specific resistance क्या होता है? RA upon L. So R is equal to rho L upon A. So RAD आप लिख सकते हो rho L X upon A and RBD आप लिख सकते हो rho L R upon A. So X upon R will be rho Lx upon A divided by rho Lr upon A. Rho cancel, A cancel, remaining X upon R is equal to Lx upon Lr. We want value of X, so it will become Lx upon Lr into R. और देखो Lr कितना हो सकता है, ये पूरा 1 मीटर है, मतलब 100 सेंटीमीटर है. Lx इतना गया तो Lr क्या बचेगा? 100 माइनस Lx. So Lx upon 100 minus Lx into R. So in this way, if R, Lx and Lr are known value for all of us, we can find out value of X, which we considered as the unknown resistance. So this is all about meter bridge. I'll just show you one demo. तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि मीटर ब्रिज काम कैसे करता है और उसकी रीडिंग हम लोग कैसे लेते हैं, कनेक्शन कैसा है. वी हैव दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट इन आवर प्रैक्टिकल व्यू ऑल्सो. सो लेट्स गो थ्रू दैट वीडियो एंड देन विल डिस्कस अबाउट वन एग्जाम्पल.
Terminal of the galvanometer to the meter bridge, resistance of a wire. The property of a conductor to oppose the flow of charges through it is called its resistance. In this experiment, our aim is to find the resistance of a given wire using a meter bridge and hence determine the specific resistance of its materials. Materials required: a meter bridge, jockey, Leclanché cell, resistance box, galvanometer, key, connecting wires, wire cutter, scale, resistance wire, and sandpaper. Procedure: first, make the connections as shown in the circuit diagram. Take a connecting wire and cut it using a wire cutter. Connect one end of the wire to the positive terminal of the Leclanché cell and the other end to terminal A of the meter bridge. Now take another connecting wire and connect it between the negative terminal of the Leclanché cell and one end of the key. The other end of the key is connected to the terminal B of the meter bridge with another connecting wire. Introduce the resistance box in the gap G1 of the meter bridge. Now, take the resistance wire and connect it in the gap G2 of the meter bridge. Since the resistance of the wire depends on its length, make sure that both ends of the resistance wire just touch on the gap. With other connecting wires, connect the positive terminal of the galvanometer to the central terminal of the meter bridge and negative terminal of the galvanometer to the jockey. Now insert the key and press the jockey near A and then near B. If the galvanometer deflections are in opposite directions, then the connections are correct. Now, press the jockey almost at the middle of the wire on the meter and introduce a suitable resistance R in the resistance box so that the galvanometer shows zero deflection. Measure the distance L1 from the terminal A to the balancing point. Now, interchange the position of the resistance wire and resistance box in gaps G1 and G2. Measure the distance L2 from the terminal B to the balancing point. Then calculate the mean balancing length L. Then calculate unknown resistance using the equation X is equal to L whole divided by 100 minus L into R. Repeat the experiment for different values of R and mean value of the resistance X gives the resistance of the wire. Measure the radius r of the wire using a screw gauge. If L be the length of the wire, then the specific resistance of the material of the wire is calculated using the formula rho is equal to pi r square x whole divided by Ln.
I'm extremely sorry, there are few technical errors in this video for 1 or 2 seconds. I hope you understand this thing. So you understood the concept of meter bridge right now and how to perform the experiment also. I shown you the video. Now let's go through one numerical regarding the same. Two resistances 2 and 3 ohm are connected across two gaps of meter bridge. Calculate current through the cell when the bridge is balanced and the specific resistance of material of meter bridge wire. Given resistance of the meter bridge wire is 1.49 ohm and diameter is 0.12 centimeter. Look at here. When bridge is balanced, the resistances 2 and 3 ohm are in series and the total resistance will become 5 ohm. हमें resistance of wire दिया गया है R1 1.49 ohm and total resistance R2 is 5 ohm. Now if they are parallel to each other at that time, R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2 will be the effective resistance. So R1 is 1.49, R2 5, 1.49 plus 5. It is 1.15 ohm. Now, the current through cell V is equal to IR. Again, E is equal to IR. EMF and potential almost we consider the same at this. So I is equal to EMF upon R. EMF at 2 volt. R हमारा आया 1.15. So it will become 1.74 ampere. We have to find out specific resistance RA upon L. If we consider wire का एरिया हम कंसिडर करते हैं पाई आर स्क्वायर. So rho is equal to R pi r square upon L. For L is equal to 1 meter, R becomes 0.12 upon 2. R मतलब है diameter upon 2. Diameter दिया हुआ है 0.12. So 0.12 upon 2, that is 0.06 centimeter. R is 1.49 ohm. So rho will become R pi r square upon L. R 1.49, pi 3.14. R अभी हमने ढूंढा है 0.06 centimeter. So we have to convert it in the form of meter. 0.06 into 10 raised to minus 2 square. ये ओवरऑल करने के बाद आपको जो मिलता है उसका फाइनल वैल्यू है 1.68 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meter. So in this way आपने फाइंड आउट किया whatever they required from us. Now ये तो हो गया एक एप्लीकेशन इसका. बट हमेशा कोई भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट जिसके साथ हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का अदरवाइज इलेक्ट्रिक कनेक्शंस का काम कर रहे हैं वो हमेशा ही आइडियल और ऐसा रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है. देर आर फ्यू एरर्स, देर आर फ्यू मेथड्स टू मिनिमाइज दैट एरर्स, देर आर फ्यू एप्लीकेशंस ऑल्सो. सो एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ मीटर ब्रिज क्या क्या हम कंसिडर कर सकते हैं इन द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ मीटर ब्रिज. कहाँ क्या आता है? The Wheatstone's meter bridge is used for measuring the values of very low resistances precisely. We can also measure the quantities such as galvanometer resistance, capacitance, inductance, impedance using Wheatstone's bridge. यहाँ पे कुछ words आपको नए हैं वो आपको बाद में next chapter जैसे आता जाएगा वैसे introduce होते जाएंगे. So we are going to use these operations plus Wheatstone's bridge along with operational amplifier is used to measure the physical parameters like temperature, strain, etc. also. So these are applications of meter bridge. There are some errors also in this. In the error we can consider the cross section of wire may be not uniform. Wire uniform नहीं होती है तो उसका cross sectional area अलग अलग होता है because of radius अलग अलग होती है. तो इन दिस केस वहाँ पे क्या आ सकता है? एरर आ सकता है. द एंड्स ऑफ द वायर आर सोल्डर्ड टू द मेटालिक स्ट्रिप वेयर कॉन्टैक्ट रेजिस्टेंस कैन बी डेवलप्ड. कॉन्टैक्ट रेजिस्टेंस डेवलप हो गया तो हम जो कैलकुलेशन करें उसमें तो हम लोग कॉन्टैक्ट रेजिस्टेंस पकड़ते नहीं है. मतलब वहां पे वो एरर आ जाता है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रेजिस्टेंस इज नॉट टेकन इनटू अकाउंट. द मेजरमेंट ऑफ LX एंड LR मे बी नॉट एक्यूरेट. एक आध मिलीमीटर भी यहाँ वहां हो गया तो भी क्या हो सकता है, कैलकुलेशन गलत नहीं बोल सकते, लेकिन जो आइडियल वैल्यू है उससे अलग जा सकता है. सो दैट इज द एरर. नाउ हाउ टू मिनिमाइज दीज एरर्स. The value of R is so adjusted that null point is obtained to middle 1/3 of wire. 1/3 मतलब 33.33 तो 66.66 के बीच में क्या आना चाहिए, वो आना चाहिए. So the percentage error in the measurement of LX and LR are minimum and nearly the same. The experiment is repeated by interchanging the positions of unknown resistance X and known resistance box R. हमें n नंबर ऑफ रीडिंग्स मिल सकते हैं, देन वी कैन टेक अ मीन. तो यहाँ पे हमें जो फाइनल वैल्यू मिलेगी वो क्या मिल सकती है, नियरली आइडियल वैल्यू मिल सकती है. द जॉकी शुड बी टैप्ड ऑन द वायर एंड नॉट स्लाइडेड. वी यूज जॉकी टू डिटेक्ट वेदर देयर इज इन करंट थ्रू द सेंट्रल ब्रांच और नॉट. दिस इज पॉसिबल ओनली बाय टैपिंग द जॉकी. जॉकी को हमें क्या करना है, स्लाइड नहीं करना है, टैप करते हुए देखते जाना है. तो वायर भी खराब नहीं होती है, करंट फ्लो है नहीं, वो भी हमें समझ में आ सकता है. सो दीज आर फ्यू एरर्स एंड मिनिमाइजेशन ऑफ एरर्स. आफ्टर दिस वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट केल्विन्स मेथड. इट्स नॉट देयर एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर थियोरी, बट वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट इन लैब. सो आई अगेन शो यू वन वीडियो टू यू, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि केल्विन्स मेथड क्या होता है, किस चीज के लिए यूज होता है. बिकॉज ऑफ थियोरी पार्ट आपको बता के इसका बैलेंसिंग लेंथ आपको समझ में नहीं आने वाला. हम क्या करते हैं, एक लास्ट जैसे हमने मीटर ब्रिज का वीडियो देखा वैसे इसका वीडियो देख लेते हैं. सो यू विल डेफिनेटली गेट टू नो कि व्हाट इज केल्विन्स मीटर ब्रिज एंड व्हाई वी रिक्वायर दैट, व्हाट टू मेजर. हियर लेट्स हैव द वीडियो.
Of a 2-volt voltage source, it is working on the electrical supply. Whereas the other thing that you, as I said, we need is a meter bridge. This meter bridge is just consisting of 1 meter length of wire stretched on a wooden board, and there is a scale below this so that the readings of length also can be taken at whichever point I am trying to get my null deflection or maybe an equal deflection in whatever case we are performing this particular experiment. The next is we have a galvanometer whose resistance we have to decide. So that galvanometer is here. We have another thing called resistance box here. The resistance box is a box consisting of multiple resistors and resistance keys are there. Now in this particular case I have taken out the key near 50. So right now the resistance of this particular box is 40. If I take out 20 more, so it will become 50 plus 20. So in all the resistance of this particular box will then be equal to 50 ohm. What we have to always ensure while using this resistance box is that the keys of the resistance box, they have to be tightly inserted and that there are no loose keys in between. We also have say a normal key in the circuit. This key can be inserted, and we have got a rheostat. As said earlier in the other videos, in rheostat we always have to connect one of the variable terminals and any other to the base of the wire. Now what we actually go for is, I'll first of all have a look at the circuit diagram. The apparatus has actually been arranged in the way we want the apparatus to be. So if I have a look at the circuit diagram here, if you observe, we have got this AB. AC is a meter bridge wire. We have got in the left gap a galvanometer is to be connected. In the right gap we have got a resistance box which is shown by a variable resistance. Then from point B we have connected it to a jockey, and between A and C, the two ends of meter bridge wire, we have connected a source of battery. Key is there and the rheostat is there. Now I'll just start making my connections. As I start doing my connections, I'll be a little quick here. That positive of the source is to be connected to my point A. The negative, I'll just keep it open for some time. The negative has to be connected to a key. The next one of key will get connected to the base of rheostat. The next terminal of key gets connected to the base of rheostat. The next terminal of rheostat, which as I said earlier, I'll be using the variable terminal of rheostat to a point C, this one. Then next, from here, this point C, it gets connected to a resistance box. While making connections, I have to keep certain things in mind, that we are actually going to try and reduce the contact points so that the contact resistance in the circuit is minimized, and that will give you some good readings. So what I do is, from here, this is the next one of resistance box. I have to get it connected to my point B here, the midpoint of this upper middle point. Then from point A, where the positive of this battery was connected, I start with one more wire that will get connected to a galvanometer. Now 3 wires, one from this galvanometer, the other from this resistance box, and one more wire of jockey. All these 3 wires I will try to get connected together at this point B, so that instead of connecting this galvanometer wire here, this wire here, and jockey here, which will add on to some more additional contact resistance, I am trying to avoid my contact resistance here, and then my circuit connections are over. As I start making these things, the very first thing I have to start with is, you first of all choose some suitable resistance from the resistance box. Now what value of resistance should we choose? We cannot specifically say these things. The reason behind that is, different people, they have got different values of galvanometer resistances. Here in this case, I have chosen 50 ohm resistance. I shall start with my circuit readings now. I'll put my source on here. So as the source is put on, the light is on. I will insert this key, and I find as soon as I insert my key, the resistance of galvanometer is seen to deflect. The galvanometer deflects. We will just try to move this rheostat a bit in such a particular way that the galvanometer pointer can be obtained somewhere in the middle of the scale. Now instead of getting it on to 15, I'll get it onto 20 divisions. So I have adjusted my rheostat and got this deflection on 20 divisions. And now I have to search for that equal deflection point. If I touch my jockey once near point A here, I'll find the deflection goes on the left of 20, whereas if I start tapping this somewhere near my point C, I'll find that the deflection of the galvanometer goes on the right side of 20. Here it is. I just have to now start searching for a point at which if I place my jockey, the galvanometer deflection pointer by touching jockey and even without touching jockey would remain the same. So here is such a point where if I touch my jockey on the wire, the pointer still remains at the same deflection.
व्हिडिओ गेला का पण
So what we are observing here is that by touching jockey as well as without touching jockey, I must observe a point where the deflection of the galvanometer would remain the same. Now I have got it here somewhere, and I find that this is happening for somewhere at 50 centimeter mark. So my LG, the length of the wire from the point A, that is from the left end, is equal to LG. From this particular point till here, it is LG. And from your point C, wherever my balancing point was, that length will be called as LR. So I can note down that for 50 ohm resistance chosen, what were the values of LG and LR, and then we can just substitute those values in the formula and decide what is the galvanometer resistance. What we need to do is, for getting more readings, I can take readings of the resistance as maybe 70, sometimes as 60, 90. These values of R will, as I said earlier, will be depending on what is the galvanometer resistance. Now in this particular case, there is one more thing which we most of the times do, and that is we actually interchange the gaps. What we do is that this particular galvanometer, these two connections we remove. We also remove the wires from these two resistance box wires and get galvanometer connected in the right gap, resistance box connected in the left gap, and try to once again take the readings. But in that particular case, your reading of length from left end will become LR, and that from right end it will become LG.
So in this way, you have to perform your practical. Once we'll start with our practicals, I'm going to explain these all things. But till the point, I hope you understood what we're supposed to do. So I'm going to stop here for today's lecture. In next lecture, we are going to start with potentiometer and its applications. So for now, have a nice day. Bye-bye. Thank you.